Being a successful student requires many things. One of those is to understand the issues around academic integrity and plagiarism and how they affect our learning environment. This interview is meant to do just that. A unique office on the University of Alberta campus is the Student Ombudservice. This confidential service strives to ensure that university processes in regards to students operate as fairly as possible. We spoke to Dr. Jason McLean of the Ombudservice to help us understand the role that an ombudsperson can play in regards to academic violations. What is the role of an ombudsperson, and how does your office support students in general?
Yeah, so the ombudsperson at the University of Alberta, university is a complex institution full of lots of rules and structures. And so the ombudsperson is there to make sure that the student is treated fairly by the institution. The institution can be like faculty members, instructors, units, departments, whatever. And the ombudsperson is there to make sure there's a fair communication between the two of them. And so what counts as fair? So typically students come to us when they face problems or issues. Issues such as they might be required to withdraw from their program. They might have a dispute about a grade that they want to pursue. They might have an academic misconduct issue, and that's another problem that we can deal with. But any sort of conflict that might arise between student and the institution, we're there to make sure that the process is carried out fairly and that policies and procedures are followed. So how that works is that we're there to inform the student about what are the policies and the procedures of the university to make sure that they have the tools in their own hands to make the right decisions. So importantly, the ombudsperson is not an advocate for students, like we're not going to be the student's lawyer, but we're there to help the students understand what the process is that they're going through. And we're there to guide the student, give them advice, show them what their options are. But the student will speak for themselves, and we're sort of supplying them with the information in order to do that. The service is confidential. We can provide referrals for the student if we feel that there are other services on campus that might be better suited to help that student. But generally, that's the role of the Ombudservice, is to help guide and allow the student to pursue whatever avenues are required that they're facing when they're having a problem with the university.
What specific role might an ombudsperson play when a student is accused of a violation such as plagiarism?
Right. So when a student is accused of a code violation, code of student behavior violation, such as plagiarism, there will typically be meetings that the student has to go to, meetings with an instructor and with the associate dean of the faculty. And so the Ombudservice's job is to help the student understand what those meetings are about and to be prepared for those meetings. So the student can come to our office before the meeting with the instructor, before the meeting with the associate dean, and discuss what's going on with them. So what are the policies that are being applied at that point? What is the procedure they're going through? We can talk to them about what is plagiarism, what is it that they're what is it that they're being accused of. We can take a look at their assignment, that there's a possible code violation involved in it, and we can make some comments about that assignment. We can explain to the student what are the possible sanctions that might be associated with a violation such as plagiarism. So along with providing that sort of advice and guidance, ombuds people are there to act as advisors in the sense that we can accompany students to those meetings, to the meeting with the instructor, to the meeting with the associate dean, and make sure that the student has a chance to tell their story at these meetings.
What can students and faculty do to promote a culture of academic integrity at the University of Alberta?
Well, we can do lots to promote a culture of academic integrity at the University of Alberta. We can make sure that we are honest and fair in our actions on campus. To uphold these standards is to be an honest student. It means to be a fair prof. And so being someone who has integrity is important. It's also important for students to talk about these issues with their instructors, amongst themselves. What is plagiarism? Why is it bad to plagiarize? Is a good question to ask. Teachers themselves, they can do their job in terms of academic integrity by being fair teachers, by giving clear and understandable expectations to their students. Administrators can uphold academic integrity by creating strong, understandable, and fair policies as well. So all of us have this role to play in supporting academic integrity.